Hey, what's going on? Luke here. And yesterday I did a video talking about the fact that Rugby League Live 5, or whatever it's going to be called, the next Rugby League video game won't be coming out until 2025, according to the NRL. And even then, it says they're looking for a licensee. Nothing's guaranteed. Whereas before, we're sort of looking at it, maybe we're hoping this year, maybe next year, put it down to a lot of issues in terms of, the Dolphins being a new side and, plenty of rule change and that sort of stuff. I understand it is hard to make a Rugby League video game. Whether you look at all the different sports that have come out with ones. I mean, look at AFL. Seems like it'd be a hard game to do, and I mean, they seem to struggle themselves to actually make a quality game. But they've been coming out with them every couple of years, if not every year. Cricket gets one basically every year. I even talked about games like lacrosse, like sports like lacrosse get them. You look at like all these other random ones that aren't even like your mainstream sports. Like by no means do we expect rugby league to sort of be like soccer, where there's a FIFA coming out every year, or AFC. Actually, speaking of that, go and check out my second channel. But we don't expect there to be games coming out every year, maybe even every couple of years. We'd be happy with that. Kind of how it was going at one point, where it was like every 2-3 years there'd be a new game. However, it's looking like it's not going to be the case. And with all that, it got me thinking how we haven't had a new video game since 2017. And yet, like, the NRL's talking about growing the game, and in terms of taking it over to America, taking it to Vegas, and this is this big breakthrough thing that they're sort of, I don't know, parading around and patting themselves on the back and saying, how good's this? We're going to Vegas, we're sending over 4 teams, going to play a couple of games, start the round over there. How good's this going to be for the game in terms of growing it? And to that, I say, probably not. Probably not. The NRL think this is some miracle, some huge get for them. And yeah, it is nice them going over there. But in terms of actually growing the sport, do we expect America to care? Probably not. Now, when Americans see the game, when they see rugby league, a lot of the times you see these reaction videos and stuff, they enjoy it. Like, by no means do I think that they're going to go there and they're going to watch the game and be like, oh, I don't want to watch that. I think they'll end up enjoying the game. But my point to that is, in terms of growing the game, right? They're going to watch this one-off game. Do we think they're going to go ahead and keep watching it? Probably not. What's more likely, though? Them to, tune in at whatever time zone difference it is for them to watch NRL Round 2, or them to search up the video game? I'm just throwing it out there. Like, which one do you think's more likely? To me, I think it's more likely that they'd end up going and picking up a video game. Like, the NRL's going to fly out all these teams. They're going to put in a whole bunch of money to take this game over there, fly out all the cameras, all that sort of stuff, spend a whole bunch, yet they can't do something as simple as getting a video game. Like, I don't understand how they can do this. And you might be like, it might not correlate in your head why this would relate. But I'm sure if you think about it, you can rationalize why this makes sense and why I need to do a video talking about this. Because on one hand, the NRL wants to grow the game. On the other hand, what better way to grow a game than having a video game, especially correlating with you going overseas? Like, they can easily download the game, they can play that. Look at how many people play NBA games, play the new FIFA, play all that sort of stuff, and that gets them sort of hooked on the actual sport themselves. This is what could happen, but the NRL won't do that because they are so dumb, they don't actually want to grow the game. Sorry. They do want to grow the game. They just don't want to put the actual effort in. They kind of want to look at the easy ones and they want to go, oh, well, how we get America to get involved? Oh, let's just go play a couple games over there. It doesn't work like that. You need to hit them from a few different angles. But the NRL won't do that. They're too dumb. And look at it in terms of content creators. Americans, they're going to go and watch the game, they might do a lot of reaction, and you're like, oh, America's getting involved, they're going to do this and that, and then next minute, yeah, copyright claim, video's taken down. Like, that's literally what happens. The NRL is absolutely ridiculous. They shoot themselves in the foot time and time again, whether it's video games, whether it's content creators. Like TikTok, I'm surprised TikTok don't get taken down due to the NRL copyright. Like, it's actually crazy how, you make a YouTube video on it, bam, your video is copyright claimed straight away, before your video is even up. But the NRL doesn't understand that, you can build hype for a sport. You can literally build hype for a sport for the money that they're going to be paying to actually fly up the NRL players and set this all up. Go and pay some influencers. Go and pay a Logan Paul or someone to go to it and get some eyes on the product. But my point with that is they can get all the eyes in the world on the product. It's a matter of keeping them. They can go and watch this one-off game. Will it correlate in terms of long-term viewers? I don't think so. And I really think the video game would have helped. I think Rugby League Live 5, Rugby League 2024, I think it would have helped. And it's just the NRL missing the mark once again. Time and time again, they just miss the mark. And for me, it is quite disappointing. This is coming from someone who, I obviously want the new video game. I've done so many videos on the previous one. I've done so many videos talking about the new game coming out, and we were hoping it was going to be this year or next year, but it looks like it's going to be 2025. But it's just, once again, the NRL just missing the mark. They sort of get a few things right. It's like they take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And that's what I mean. Like, the NRL can easily grow overseas, but they won't. They're their own worst enemy. They won't do it. And I know this is something that everybody kind of knows. Like, everybody knows that the NRL is its own worst enemy in terms of growing the product. But, like, it's just the fact that, you know, they can go over there and then you have something so simple that the foreign sort of fans, like the USA fans, the American fans, even just international in general, they can look at it and just be like, oh, well, I can learn the sport a little bit more. I can either go watch, like, random highlights, or I can go and play the video game. Like, to me, I'm not going to go and watch random NBA highlights, but I'll go and play NBA 2K, and that'll get me more interested in terms of watching the actual game that's on, you know, this week, or, you know what I'm saying with that one? Like, I'm more likely to play the video game and then go and watch the actual sport rather than go and watch some, like, random highlights or go and watch a random game that just happens to be in the area. And even then, like, in terms of Vegas, like, it's such, like, a touristy sort of thing. I don't know if the NRL expects, like, tourists to just sort of be like, oh, it's in the area, we'll just go check it out, or whether they think Aussies are going to travel over to Vegas to go watch it. But yeah, me personally, like, it's not something that I'm looking at and I'm like, this is going to be huge for the NRL. I'm like, this is a novelty. And after round 1's over and done with, it'll be talked about, and then round 2 will happen, and they'll go, oh, well, that was interesting. The teams you played, they'll be super tired. I'll probably get to the end of the year. They'll use it as some excuse as to why X team isn't performing because they had to travel overseas at the start of the season, add in any scandals that happen. And yeah, it's just like the NRL taking a huge risk going over there, and then they can't even capitalize on it. So just seems like a total waste of time. And I know it's something so simple, and you're probably still watching this video and you're like, I don't understand how a video game and them going into America is relevant. But trust me, like, just a video game, it holds so much power in terms of 2023, 2024, when this comes out. Like, it's crazy how much a video game holds. And then here you have this big brand, this big sport in the NRL, looking to take it global, and they don't even have a current video game. Imagine the Americans are like, oh, sweet, let me just check out, oh, 2017. This can't be right. Like, this can't be right because it's 2017. Like, surely there's a more recent one. No, there's not. And it's as simple as that. NRL, you missed the mark. Anyways, going to wrap things up here. Hopefully you did enjoy that one. If you did, make sure you go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. You kind of know the drill at this point. Social media is on the screen right now. It's Mr. Luke on YT. Go ahead, give me a follow, give me an ad, especially on Instagram. Also, go ahead and check out my EAFC FIFA channel. You're seeing it on the screen right now. It's Mr. Luke FIFA. Go ahead and give me a follow and subscribe and do all that sort of stuff on that channel. And also, shout out to the members. You're seeing them on the screen right now. Shout out to every single one of you guys. You're super, super loyal. Super chatters as well. I can't thank you enough for supporting the channel, not only monetarily, but just even supporting me in general and giving me motivation to keep doing these videos. So thank you so much. And look, I'm going to end things here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See yas.